Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I've got this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, subscribe, leave a like and a comment. That would be fabulous. Okay, I like to do a little vision before I turn the cards over. And you can have more than one card if you would like. If you're not sure, you get confused or whatever. You can't make up your mind. That's me sometimes. Okay, so pick a number 1 to 5. Let's go to the board right now. Okay, we've got some lovely doves of peace. It's good to think peaceful thoughts sometimes. Okay, let's bring peace into the world, in fact. All right. So we're doing card number 1 and I'm closing my eyes now. Yeah, wow, even in my mind's eye, the peace dove is there. So for number 1, I think peace might be a bit of a theme or something you're looking for this week. Now, what's this pointy thing? It's a sword. Okay, so there's a man on a horse here. It's like charging forth into the unknown with a sword pointed forward. Okay, so you could be full of a lot of energy to move ahead this week. And swords, of course, are all about your mind, your mental realms, thinking and planning and strategizing things out. The card that comes up for you is, let me see. Oh, okay, that one there. Underneath there, that one, the Fool card. Okay, oh right, so this is like what I just saw, except it's a stick. It's not a sword, but like moving into the future with, I thought it was a sword, but this traveling bag. Anyway, the card is about taking a risk, being prepared to do something a bit different. Even if friends and family and maybe even parts of yourself are trying to hold you back in the past, okay? Even if it doesn't work out, it's still experience. So, it might be that your idea is something that you'd like to really achieve. It's not that the idea is wrong. Maybe the timing's not exactly right, even if it doesn't work out. But it's all experience and it's valuable and useful. So take a step into the great unknown. Now you're either going to sprout wings and fly or end up in the drink here, the water, so down in your subconscious. But even if you end up there, there are still rewards to be had. There are sunken treasures underneath the waves. So, you might come out with more confidence. You might come out with, just having experience. So it makes your path in life more clear. For having done and tried, even if it doesn't work out, okay? But it's basically saying take a risk, step out. These red legs here, it's all about action. And the green, of course, all about growth and development. And on this card today, I'm getting a vibe of traveling, which I don't normally. So maybe this involves some sort of travel for you over, I don't know, probably this year, but later in the year, not necessarily this week, even though we're doing the cards for this week. You might find that this week the idea becomes more pivotal and impactful in your mind. There's also dragonflies here, symbolizing magic, and they get quite iridescent sorts of wings, don't they? So magic and colour and variety being brought into your life. It's an exciting time, and this can literally change your life. It's a major arcana card. It's the 0, so all of the potentialities go with this card. So you never know what might happen. That's card number 1, okay? Card number 1. It's not straight. I'll make that straight. Otherwise it will annoy me. Number 2. Number 2, what do I see for you? Bzz, bzz, I'm getting buzzing noises. It's a spray can. Oh, it's a paint. Okay, it's paint in a spray can. Okay, spray can paint. and it feels very creative. You could be doing something that's a bit rebellious. Maybe it's a bit volatile, but it involves your creativity, and other people might not necessarily like what you're doing. However, it's up to you to decide, as long as it's legal. If you're doing something illegal, well, you're probably going to get found out at some point. But it's not about that. It's about expressing yourself. So that's a really important theme for you this week. Self-expression. Number two, that one there, underneath there, this one. Okay, 10 of Wands. Well, life may have been difficult. There might have been some considerable burden that you've been carrying for a while, and consequently you could be feeling quite tired, overwhelmed, maybe confused, unmotivated. Enough is enough. That's because you've got to drop the burden of the past. There are some past belief systems here that no longer serve you, and it's time to drop them. You've completed this cycle. See this mountain in the background? It was like a great challenge was there, and you've overcome it, and it's behind you now, but it's almost like some tendrils magnetically still attached to you from that challenge. You have to cut them off and let go of the past. Okay, there is a lot of growth here, a lot of green, a lot of development because of you went through this particular challenge or struggle. It's like you've been to the top and you've come down the other side now, but you're tired, and so it's time to let go of all of that. Okay, a new cycle is about to begin for you. It's the 10, the 1 and the 0, so new beginnings after a period of patiently waiting, but you've got to let go of the burden first. That's the real focus, is to let go of the past so you can then focus on a new future. Number three, what do I see for you? Okay, I'm in the US. It's a state like maybe outback California, like west of Sacramento. It's dry. It's got those whirligigs. What do they call? They go, I just can't think of the word. Those plants that go rolling, across the prairies in the wind. I just can't remember what they're called. Roly-polies, something. Anyway. And so it's quite dry and dusty and isolated. Okay, it's almost like you need a drink. You haven't been nurtured, or sustenance is a thing that you haven't got enough of. So it's time to look after yourself, basically now. Number three, it's been a hard road. Number 3, which card? Oh, okay, that one. Yes, well, you need to rest. Okay, so the 4 of Swords comes up, and there could be something there in your subconscious that, like fears or anxieties that perhaps have been plaguing you in some way. Unfortunately, it's time for some solitude and to get some rest, because you could be feeling exhausted after everything you've been through. This is a card that rarely comes up. I don't seem to get it much. But yeah, even if you have nightmares, it's like releasing something. Something that's been sort of stuck down, some debris or residue of a situation. Okay, so take care of yourself now. It's a time for self-nurturance. Look for support from people you can trust, friends and family. If you don't have, or you don't want to discuss with friends and family, you can always ring Absolute Soul Secrets for compassion and care. That's what you need at the moment. Number four, and I chose number 3, so I better be careful too. I did sleep 8 hours last night, which I was just so grateful for. Number four, what do I see for you? A straight path ahead. It's like stopping on the path just for a little bit, just to catch your breath, and underneath it's like I'm on a bridge and there's a river travelling very fast, and I'm looking at the river, The water, it's like it's come down from the mountains, maybe Alaska or somewhere. And there's lots of fish jumping. So messages coming up from the subconscious, and I'm on the path. So you're on the path and things are coming together for you. Yes, there's a while to go, you know, in your journey. Things are, it's a straight path. So things are looking much clearer for you. Maybe you're just having, you know, some time to catch your breath at the moment. Okay. This one. The Hierophant, okay. This is about following the rules, looking to authority figures. Sometimes they can be helpful, and finding out what you can, okay. They may have knowledge, and they might have some experience that they can help you with, okay. So I always think these two keys are like wisdom and knowledge, and you need the wisdom to basically apply the knowledge so that it works. Knowledge for knowledge's sake is probably not all that helpful. Sometimes people get involved with organised religions, and it may help certain people. It can be that, you know, there's a lot of rules associated with that, and, you know, that may or may not suit you. But this is a person who is, I guess, walking the talk. They're following their spiritual beliefs, and there's some sort of concern for other people as well. And you're finding out more and more a lot of knowledge. But don't just sit on your knowledge. Do something about it. Use some sort of wisdom to apply it to your normal everyday life. Look to the organised religions or the authority figures to gain whatever you can gain. This card is doing weird things, and I'm going to pick that as well. Don't know why. Okay, so this is some sadness or despair from the past, but Spirit's offering you a way out. Spirit is offering you some new energy. Sometimes it's to do with a relationship. It's been coming out a lot lately, that card. So don't put so much trust in authority figures that you absolutely trust them no matter what. Even if you follow someone and you think that they're the bee's knees and they know everything about everything, try not to put too much trust in them, because you could be disappointed. They're only human and they might fall off their pedestal, okay? See, she's seated on those books there, seated on her knowledge, which is a bit like a pedestal. And yeah, she might have a lot of knowledge. That's true. However, the bottom line is, if you're directed by your own soul, it takes the weight off the situation, because your soul is telling you what to do. So you don't have to sort of think that you have to do everything by yourself, because your soul is always there. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is alive. Now they all need to go to the left a little bit so we can fit 5 in. Okay, number 5. Close my eyes. What do I see? First, I'm on a train track, which is like getting a lot of work done and going fairly well in a straight line and being on track to what you have to do. And then the train track sort of lifts up and turns into a ladder. So the ladder is about evolution, spiritual development, ascending higher, getting your vibration up there. So your path that you're on is going to help you ascend much higher, spiritually speaking. Okay, number 5, the card that comes out for you, I'm going to go with that one there, is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the way to spiritual ascension is through your emotions, okay? This woman is an absolute master or mistress, if you like, of emotions. And she's very much in touch with her subconscious. At the same time, she has her feet on the ground. Often it's a very kind, compassionate water sign that might help. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could help you out. If you are a Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces, then this is another part of yourself that could rise up and, you know, look at the big picture and stay in touch with your emotions. It's a beautiful card, the blue and green together. That's been a theme for me today, which is why I'm dressed in the colours I'm dressed. And here's my blue nails. Blue and green. Now, when I was having a shower, I remembered that when I was at school, they used to say blue and green shouldn't be seen unless there's a colour in between, because they were stupid. That's why they said it. I'm talking about the teachers and so forth, the authority figures who were in charge of blue and green. Anyway, it came into my mind that blue and green can be seen. Okay, we don't need a colour in between. And she's got green, and then she's got this sort of aqua bluey colour here. So the green of the heart chakra with the blue of the throat chakra, it's about self-expression, about the things that you love, okay, about your desires, about your feelings. There's a lot of self-expression here. This is a wonderful card. It's a feeling of contentment, and you may also help other people, okay, in some way coming up this week. Okay, so that's card number 5. All right, so if we look at our cards, we've got 2 major arcana. So that's not a lot out of 5 cards. It's basically saying it's a normal sort of week for many people. Wands, swords, cups, and cups. So the other thing to mention about this week is that there is a partial lunar eclipse on the 17th or 18th if you're in Australia, and it's in Pisces. So obviously Pisces, I've already mentioned before, as being a water sign and very much in touch with their emotions. This is the Queen of Cups, is like a card that could be associated with Pisces, for example. Water sign, also Cancer and Scorpio. You could be very much affected this week coming up with the lunar eclipse, but the other signs too, that because Pisces is a mutable sign, so Virgo and Sagittarius might also be pretty well affected. I guess the key words for this week are go with the flow, use your creativity, and be in touch with your intuition this week. Okay, so that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching today. I really I'm very blessed that you still watch me. Okay, well, have a wonderful week, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.